What's happening, world? Back at it. So May 30th of this year. May 30th is like well over a month away. Was supposed to be a night of a WBC, WB, I'm sorry, IBF, WBA, and WBO unification between Vasyl Lomachenko, 14-1, versus the IBF champ Teofimo Lopez, who's 15-0. This fight was supposed to happen at Madison Square Garden. Obviously, due to this COVID-19, that fight has been postponed. I don't know if it's going to be rescheduled, and a new date has and potentially a new venue is probably on the horizon because of this COVID-19. But time will tell. So Teofimo Lopez, 22 years old, he held a Q&A with fans. You know what I mean? Basically to discuss other topics, including his fight versus Vasyl Lomachenko. And these are the quotes, and and he isn't holding back on his words, and he basically has some quotes I'm gonna read, basically talking about what he'll do to Lomachenko and how it'll end at ETC. So he said, "quote We have the same goal in a sense. He's trying to become undisputed. He's never done that. He's trying to put more achievements in his resume. I can't say I admire it. I don't, but I get where he's coming from since he's on his way out. Wants to finish with a bang. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer for sure, but he wants to end it with a bang. He's dying to get his this last belt. And for me, I'm on the verge of doing some big things, trying to make history. Undisputed champion at 22. I'm gonna knock his head off." End quote. Those are quotes from the man Teofimo Lopez. Man, he's a Brooklynite uh, with the Honduran background, and he basically gave his prediction of what he thinks is going to happen between him and Lomachenko. He said, usually when I'm in camp, I gotta say it won't go past 8 rounds. When I'm in camp and I see how I'm doing, I said the Richard Comey won't go past 6. So when I'm in camp and I feel great, then you guys can ask and I can tell you it'll go this far. So right now I'm gonna say it won't go past 8. Until then, end quote. So that's Teofimo Lopez. Um, Vasyl Lomachenko is in his native country of the Ukraine, probably training hard. I don't know what it looks like out there in the Ukraine as far as this COVID-19. If they are able to go to gyms and train, maybe he has a gym in his at his house. You know what I mean? But we don't know what he's doing over there. What I do know is ever since this COVID-19, Teofimo Lopez has been on social media yapping, yapping, yapping. Videos, Reddit, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. He's trying to get his profile up. And he got nothing else to do except win this fight versus versus Vasyl Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Vasyl Lomachenko's been quiet, been chilly chill, been doing this thing wherever he's at, whatever he's doing. You know what I mean? I've been covering this situation between these two because I was really invested in this fight. I was planning on going to Madison Square Garden to see this fight. Now I'm not too sure, especially with New York. Even if they put it back in Madison Square Garden after we come up out this pandemic, I'm not too sure I want to be around too many people coming off of this COVID-19. You know what I mean? So for the last few months, Teofimo Lopez and his pops, Teofimo Lopez Sr., they've been, taking jabs, throwing jabs, and taking shots at the man Lomachenko. You know what I mean? And this is what Teofimo Lopez said. Quote, we got in his head. Well, my father got in his head. You never really see Lomachenko talk shit. He'll let his hands do the talking. He'll beat these fighters and make them quit. And that's how he is. He feels something with us. He feels threatened. He wants to show that when this is all over, he wants to look us in the face and say, some don't ever disrespect me again type shit. I'm completely confident I'm going to knock him out. It doesn't matter what hand does it One of them will knock his ass out. I put my whole mind and soul into that Comey camp. I knew that it was everything I always dreamt of when I first started boxing 18 years ago. I knew I wasn't going to let any of my family or anyone I love interfere with that. When I throw my overhand right, I don't think I would hurt him with that one, honestly. When I threw my overhand right, I didn't think I would hurt him with that one, honestly. Me and my father, we worked on a lot of things. I knew it wouldn't go past six. I thought I would know him out before 4 and 5, but it happened earlier. End quote. So there you go. Teofimo Lopez said he'll knock out Lomachenko, he'll knock his ass out. He'll do it in 8. And that him and his pops, they've gotten in Lomachenko's head, and Lomachenko feels threatened. Those are some strong words, man. The guy got, he's putting a lot of pressure on himself. You know what I mean? Putting a lot of pressure on himself, but you never know. Maybe that's how he rise to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the type of motivation he needs for himself to rise to the occasion. You know what I mean? Yes, indeed. So it's crazy, man. Teofimo Lopez, man. Like I said, he's not in New York. You know, from the videos I've seen, he says he's in Arkansas. That's where he's training. You know what I mean? I don't know what connections, what he's doing in Arkansas. Oh, I think he mentioned something about his wife's sister or something. So he has some kind of family connection out there in Arkansas. Maybe through marriage. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Lomachenko is the guy to beat at the lightweight division. Does Teofimo Lopez have the skills to pay the bills? Time will tell, but this is a fight on the horizon. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it on May 30th over there at the, um, what you call it, at the Madison Square Garden in New York City. So when will it happen? Time will tell. I just hope, for the sake of boxing and the sake of time, that we haven't, especially me myself, I haven't been wasting my time making these videos about trying to build up this fight, and then it so does happen when boxing returns that they don't fight. Ooh, I'll be tight, man. I'll be pretty upset. You know what I mean? And hopefully we get this fight. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko's a great fighter. Does have one loss. He never avenged that loss. He's fought some good fighters, not the cream of the crop, but some good fighters. I thought him beating Gary Russell, that's the best win on his resume. Jorge Linares is also a very good win, especially getting dropped and coming off the canvas and being down on points to come from behind and stop him in the 10th or the 11th. Was it the 10th round? Yes, indeed. So time will tell, man, whether these two guys will get in the ring. You know what I mean? Teofimo Lopez and Vasyl Lomachenko, although there's a 10-year age advantage for the man Teofimo Lopez, they have the same amount of pro experience. Both of them have 15 fights, you know what I mean? So both of them are Olympians. Only difference is Vasyl Lomachenko has an extremely extensive amateur background with 2 gold medals in 2 different Olympics, you know what I mean? The guy, Teofimo Lopez, didn't medal in the Olympics he was in, but it's okay. He's in the pro ranks now, and time will tell if he can create his path to his own destiny. And if he does beat the man Vasyl Lomachenko, you best believe he's a top 5 pound for pounder, just like that, with 15 or 16 fights. Be Marsh Boxley, your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all think about. Let me know what y'all think about Teofimo Lopez and his pops. And you think he will KO Lomachenko in 8? You think he'll whoop his ass? Or you think it'll be the other way around? Be Marsh Boxing, I'm gone. If you're new to the channel, please share, hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe. I'm gone. Peace.